Uh, Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique, can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And we've got some Pokemon news. This is pretty much going to be a news video. I finally finished the Sinnoh event. And the way they have it set up, if I didn't say this already in the last video, was you had those different events for the different generations, right? You had the Kanto, the Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh, all four of those, right? Once you complete all those, you get this bonus event, which is going to be rare candy, probably Stardust, a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll go over it in the news in the app really quick. But this is what I remember based off of what I had read prior. If for whatever reason you didn't finish one of those, you can't do this bonus thing. Now, you actually can if you pay for it, and it's $8. I don't think it's worth the $8. Alternatively, if you did finish it and you want to redo all that stuff, you can also pay $8. So there you go. Just wanted to get that out there because I wasn't really clear on it the first go around. I know some of you weren't either, but that's what it is. I think a lot of us have been accustomed to the dollar events for the community days. So when you see something like $8, you're like, okay, Genesect is involved in this, like a brand new Pokemon. I think with this bonus, you can get something like, a throwback Pokemon, like a Mewtwo with, an old move. I believe that's what it is. So let's actually take a look into it right here. Because this video is not just going to be about what's coming, but what's happening now. We got, I can't even say his name right. Reshiram. Reshiram. I'm just going to say Reshiram. Although Reshiram sounds like it should be natural, right? Reshiram? Anyway, that Pokemon is here now, and it's rotating with some other legendary elite Pokemon, such as Kyurem and Zekrom. So right now you've got Reshiram, and it's a pretty good Pokemon. Maxes out over 4,000 CP. It can be boosted in windy weather. I think also in sunny weather, which is what I'm experiencing right now. Finally, I did get a boosted one, and it fell shy. It was like 39.97. So I'm gonna have to keep grinding. Maybe keep re-rolling some of these Pokemon some of these legendary Reshirams, to get one that can go over 4,000. It doesn't have to be 100 to go over 4,000. I think it's still got to be like a 96, 98, something like that. So that out of the way, I'm going to show you some footage of that in tandem with going over this news stuff. Okay. So I did do a couple of those raids. He's going to be great in PvP. He's also going to give you the benefit of using dragon Pokemon against him, who's also a dragon. But you have ground Pokemon, Rhyperior with Rock Wrecker, they say is great. The recommended is a lot of ground Pokemon, so I've been using that. But I'm looking forward to using him in PvP. I am also looking forward to having another 4,000 CP Pokemon, like I said earlier. I think compared to some of the others, he's going to be double weak against... I think he's going to be double weak against the ice still because he's a dragon type. Let's actually pull him up real quick and see the ones that I've got. Again, this part won't be in the video, me pulling him up. So he's dragon and fire. So I don't think he's going to be double weak to the ice because of that. Since he's still fire, maybe he's just still weak to ice. But definitely the fairy's going to work against him. I think we might have some water Pokemon, if there's like a water dragon type, that might do some stuff to him. So those are just my initial thoughts without really doing too much digging around to figure out what you used against him. like many of the other Pokemon, you might be able to do this with just 4 high-level, trainers and get it done. So let's actually look into the news real quick. That's what we wanted to actually talk about, because as of this recording, this is June 1st, so many of you know the game won't be playable for much of the day. And by much of the day, I mean most of the day when you guys actually play. If you're working, maybe if you're staying home, you might be able to play till 11, but for many of us, it's going to be no Pokemon today. 11 to 7 p.m., 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. your local time. So I've got a couple hours to actually just read you this news, and then maybe won't be able to log into the game, but it's fine. Your boy has a dentist appointment shortly, so I'm kind of taking this time to take a break from the game and do other things I need to do anyway. So let's start with the Community Day stuff. Weedle and Ghastly are going to be your next 2 Community Days. So those were the winners. If you didn't have an idea that they were going to win last video where I dusted over it, those are your official winners. We're going to have some new clothing come out. And I guess they got a sponsorship with an actual brand store or what have you. So there's that. I'm looking forward. Hopefully it's not costing you an arm and a leg to get the clothing, but I don't really buy clothing for my avatar that often anyway. So, this is for maintenance, and what I believe it is, when I say maintenance, I'm talking about the game being down. As you know, next month, now that it's June, they're going to have a community day. They haven't said it's worldwide, but I mean the writing is there. Read between the lines. Everybody can play from home, and they've got to stress these servers or upgrade the game so that can be possible. So for this brief 7 hours, it's really just 7 hours. You got 24 hours a day, so it's not the end of the world. But if your playing time was generally 11 to 7 like mine is, then you just do something else today. That's what I believe is going to be there. They aren't really saying, but that's what we have there. So Zekrom is coming out this month. And to find out when, we're going to click on Reshiram, and he's going to be here until June 16th. So there's still a while of more Reshiram. It's not like he's going away tomorrow. It might make you feel that way because that headline said June, but it's halfway through June. And once again, May 27th, we had a raid hour. June 3rd, which is this Wednesday, we'll have a raid hour. And June 10th, we'll have one last raid hour for this current raid boss. So I am excited about that. It looks like Zekrom will be for, I guess, a couple of weeks. Not a couple, maybe like, you might get a month of him to 3 weeks. And then Zekrom, when he leaves, you'll have that last one, Kyurem, coming in, and that will probably take you throughout most of July, and then we'll see what happens after that. So that's pretty much the news that we have going on today. I know I've rambled a little bit, but all of this was happening while I was still doing my Community Day video and just starting out this new legendary. So out of those 3 legendaries, which one do you like? I'm not entirely familiar with them. I have those little Burger King figures somewhere in the house. I guess they're McDonald's, Burger King, but I've had them, and I haven't played that generation's legendaries, so or that game, excuse me, to encounter those legendaries. So I don't know all the mystique about them. I just know that they look cool so far. And any Pokemon other than Slacking, whose CP is over 4,000, I'm a little bit excited about right now. So if I didn't say that enough in this video, now you know. We had some members in Pokemon Go High Point who the first day got like 100s and just flooded the candy, maxed them all the way out. Very nice feature that they added. Very nice feature at Niantic to just see how far you can power up without actually doing it. See how much candy it's going to cost you and decide if it's worth it to you or not before committing. And for this person who had, over 7 million Stardust, it was worth it. I can't really blame them. It's Dragon and Fire, You pretty much got a Game of Thrones dragon right there. That said, I'm going to end this video. Hope you guys stay safe, stay strong. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening right now. You know, when you look at the year 2020, it's like a Charles Dickens novel. You know, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. But hopefully you choose to do what I'm doing, which is to make the best of this time. See you guys in the next one. Captain Sensation!